Hi, Shani and Rev. Junebug here, as you know. um, I was on G-Man's stream earlier, and he actually tried calling you, but I would imagine you were probably asleep. Whoops. And because he was talking about people doxing and all that sort of thing, he was talking about contact the CPS, and I said to him, "Well, I actually was one of the ones that did that. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself." Does everybody think it's drag? And it wasn't drag. But nonetheless, I was one of those people. And he wasn't interested in hearing why. He thought it was just because I was malicious, and that's not the case at all. And, you know, you can believe this however you want. Look, that's neither here nor there. I can only tell you what I did and why I did it. I have no problem with that, and I would do it again in these particular circumstances. So, at the time, you were talking about killing yourself. And then you were also, around the same time, you were talking about how you were called to die, that you have to die. I didn't quite understand, but I got the impression it was like a martyrdom, that God was going to kill you and you were going to die. And Rev said, yeah, me too. If Shani dies, I die. And I did leave you a few messages and said, you know, if you're both going to die, what happens to the children? What's the plan with the children? Like, I was really concerned about them. Like, you're entitled to believe what you believe. You're entitled to your faith, just as everybody else is entitled to believe, you know, what they believe. That's their right and their choice. But when you started talking about dying and that you're going to die soon, and that it was, you know, sort of prophesied or whatever, or something you're called to do, and you were also talking about committing suicide at the time, and that you didn't respond to my messages as to, well, what about the children? That really concerned me. And this was around the time that those two people that were in a cult at the time killed their children because they thought they were zombies. Like, remember that? And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do if I have concern and something happens to the children? Do I have a part in that? Do I have a moral responsibility? So I messaged the CPS. I didn't call them. And I asked them about it. And I said, look, this is just and I sent them the link. I said, this is just a video that was uploaded. It could be nothing. It could be just entertainment. It could be just, you know, trolling. But I said, I have concerns because of the content that I see in here. And if what she says is what she truly believes and will either make it come to pass or it will come to pass, I'm concerned as to what would happen with the boys. Could you please review this? And if I'm like making a mountain out of a molehill, or you think it's nonsense, great. Just say, nah, we're not worried, or don't message them back or whatever, and don't do anything. But if you think there's something in that maybe you can talk to them. That's what I did. I'm quite happy to stand up and own up to that. I would have told you if you had have asked me anyway. But given that G-Man mentioned it and I didn't get the opportunity to speak to you on the stream, I thought I'd put this up so that you know that I was one of the ones. I didn't do it out of maliciousness. I did it out of concern for the children, genuine concern because of the way you were talking at the time. Now, whether you still believe that you're going to die and that's part of God's plan, and or whatever, you know, some sort of prophecy or something, or what, I'm not sure. But that was my concern. That's why I did it. And given the same circumstances again, I would do it again. I wouldn't report you just for the hell of it, just to be malicious. But if I had genuine concern, like I did at that time for the same sort of thing, that maybe something was going to happen to them, I would definitely do it again. I've had the CPS called on me about 5 times when I was a young mum. And that was just a malicious family member. It's not fun. It's not great. And they did it just to be nasty. I had a genuine concern. I can't speak to anybody else that's done it, called, what they've said, or any of the other stuff that you get. I can't speak to that. There's no doubt in my mind that you do get a lot of reactions because of your actions. I can't speak to your doxing. I can't speak to swatting. As far as I know, you haven't been swatted. the only time the police have been to your home is when you called them on Rev. Um, so yeah, I can't speak to that because I'm not involved in any of that. And just because I hang out and watch Drags uploads and speak to him, and I speak to the boys and watch theirs, I also watch yours, and I'd speak to you too if you would allow that, but you don't. You can't have the two mingle, and you can't have people, expressing their opinions. And I understand that. That's fine. You certainly expressed your opinion about me. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, so that's what I did. That's why. And if you have any other questions or you want to discuss it, feel free to contact me. It's not a problem.